Hello, hello, hello. Oh god, that's right, I still don't actually have the thing set up for this properly. There we go. Normally I have like a thing I can press on my stream deck to switch the scene to the one I want, but I actually haven't set one up for programming. I should do that when when the stream's over, probably. So welcome back to some programming. Yay! I know it's so exciting for so many people. I did not open Discord. I should probably launch that. That's not too surprising. Oh, apparently there's an update for Discord. So, I have a list of things that I'm going to be trying to get done today. If they get done today is... I'm going to be honest, the third one especially is very ambitious of a thing that I've set myself, so it's highly unlikely to occur. What we're going to be aiming to get done. So first of all, I want to get the infinite world kind of room generation stuff going. What does this mean? How are we going to do this? Well, I hate this because I wanted to try and find an answer that meant I could keep generating new tiles. But sadly enough, that didn't really happen. So, what we're going to have to do instead... Oh, move that off to the side. I'll look into that further later. Okay, so, how it's going to be done, infinite world generation, is the most scummy way you can, but it is the correct way according to everything. And I really do hate it. I really, really do hate it. So... there is a bunch of ways to do important things, like... sorry, I'm just... So, sorry, I'm just kind of reading through because I know kind of what I'm doing, but I haven't actually done it myself. Not for a while. I don't want a YouTube tutorial, preferably. Okay, so currently when we play the game is designed so... Sorry, I'm just really trying to keep in mind everything. So what I'm gonna have to do, fucking hell, I'm getting really distracted because I'm trying to think about it, several different things. So yeah, no, at the moment when we move around, we move the player in the room. makes a lot of sense, right? When you're moving around, you move around, the player does. That seems great. It really does. Until you have a problem. And we're dealing with that problem now, so I'll need to go into here for a lot of this. Rough game over system, need to make sure I remember that. Okay, so currently we have this beautiful little bit of input systems that exist for controlling the player's movement. We need to get rid of them. Instead, there's an answer of what we're going to do with it. Now, I'm trying to think how the best option for this is. Because okay, that's not giving me a great answer. So yeah, no, basically what we're doing is instead of moving the character, we're going to move everything in the game relative to the movement. So the character stays in the center of the screen. Alright, yeah, I need to probably look up that. Alright, need the text for it. Okay, sorry, I'm doing a lot of Googling right now. It's the difficulty with this part of it. Alright, Da, da, da. So if that, okay, yeah. Function called get, layer get, alright. Get Y? Yep, I get, okay, so I need that, and then I'm assuming we need the, X as well. Because I'm using an example that's a upwards kind of like jump game. So obviously they'll probably only use the Y. Okay. Sorry, I've also got a cat on my lap that's curled into the blanket that I've got, so it's quite difficult to move around a little bit. What do you return as? String layer. No, it's you return as a real. Okay. Which is basically a float. Okay. Fair enough. I forget them. Alright, also, I'm going to switch these around because I ask if you will, I prefer having the X value dealt with first than the Y. Alright, I'm just making them temp locals because there's no reason to fuck around with it too much right now. Okay, so there's gonna be a lot of fucking bullshit here. Okay. So, let me explain some of the difficulties that I have here. and some stuff that I've actually been researching quite a bit. So it's gonna be fucking painful. All of this needs to go from here. And instead, go here. God, I wish it didn't have that thing. Right, yes, input is in this, line. Okay. So, instead of, moving, like, specifically the object that we're dealing with, what we're going to be doing is, changing a number of things. So I'm going to have to and then this is one of those times I really wish this had a few more autofill things. Damn, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this correctly. Okay, first things. Okay, come on, Cap. Oh god, you're messing up there a bit. Alright, I'm just gonna move my book off to the side here as well, so I can look at it a bit more actively for my notes. Okay, so what I'm gonna also have to do is turn this what do you return as? I'm assuming a float as well, right? Yes. Yes, I have been tweaking a lot of the naming conventions I have, just because I want to make it more clear to myself what everything is. And it means I have less room for screwing up. Select doesn't matter. Okay. So yes, this is what I'm doing right now. So I'm going through and replacing relevant ones with this. Looks like based on that, we can replace every single one, copy. Okay. Just double check. Wait, no, I've misspelled, haven't I? Yep. Alright, controller. There's the ones there. It's the get input, there's the player, and then there's select. Yep. Okay. Boom. Okay. Oh, no, that's supposed to be magnitude. My brain's fried. This is supposed to be direction down here. Do that for the moment. I'll turn into probably a global variable later. Okay, I want to see how this works. I don't think this is fully implemented yet. And I expect some problems, but it might work. Basically, what we should see right now is no change, is what should be acknowledged, by the way. Or basically no change. Okay. Controller main is not set correctly. Create event. All items index. Okay. Wow, that's because I think I changed the name of that. Yeah, so all items has been changed, but not there for some reason. Yeah, okay, so that one hasn't been changed as universally. Let's do that, make sure, okay. Yeah, so again, I've been doing a lot of renaming of my conventions and stuff like that to clean things up. Because one of the hardest things you'll have... Yeah, I thought, okay, that's another one. Is readability. You've got to make your code readable before it actually works, really. I'll get to you in a second, Cat, and you're fucking looking at me with beady eyes. Alright. What do you want? Okay, game launched. Off to a good start. Okay, room's not moving, enemies are. God, this looks actually really strange. Or the room might be, but the background tiling that I've done isn't currently. That's fucking strange, man. Yeah. This isn't a fucking... Yeah, it is Plants vs. Zombie. Thought so. I wonder. I wonder if that would work. No. Maybe because of the way I'm doing this as well, because I think I'm writing to... Yeah, I'm writing to the tile map. I'm not writing to the background. Okay, I'm gonna undo what I've done for now. Because this is the thing, I've been meaning to actually do this, which is a big art fucking work. I need to make a piece of art for the entire map so it can be repeatable. I'm just, for now... No, that's not gonna work. Because I don't have it isolated. This is really annoying. I'm trying to think. I gotta use a placeholder, right? Oh, come on, folders. Okay, I'm just going to... Where is it? I have a background that I can use temporarily. I want to stress this is only going to be temporary. If I can find it. What the fuck? It's the... It's just not there. Okay, that's annoying. Game assets. I'm just gonna quickly grab a free right. Something free. Something that just gives me a background to work with. Unless, do I try and not move background but move the tile set? That would work, right? Let's try that. Ooh, StarCraft. No risk of rain. Okay. Sounds very like StarCraft. Okay, that's not currently right. Oh, this is okay. I don't know if you can tell what's happening. I've just realized something. It's inverted. I'm pressing up right now. Okay, so currently, we've now made it so nothing's happened. No, not wrap. That's not what I want. Oh, cat, please. Don't knock the mic, please. Because I need to look at my other project quickly. Give me a second. Because I want to double check something. I need to see how I did something. Oh, this is always the fun of it, isn't it? Hey, we've gotten a lot of progress done. A lot more than I expected. Okay, so no, background naturally has the looping effect. Okay. Sorry, again, like, this is the difficulty of something I'm not used to, and why I did a bit of research last night, but still not enough. I'm wondering... Okay, this might crash. I don't think I've got the thing in there. No, it didn't crash. This was... okay, yeah, because it's not got a thing. Okay, cool. Which one did I add to? Just tiles. It's not right. Come on. Yeah, so yeah, this isn't going to work because I'm not going to be able to add a tile from the looks of it here. So, I'm wondering. Okay. God, I love this song. No, so this isn't gonna work because this is separate. Yeah, because it's okay. 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 Oh, this is really fucking annoying. I'm gonna probably have to make like an auto tiling system and something that I can actually like draw with in the editor. That's probably the correct answer. Just, yeah, it's because I don't think I can add tiles to a background. The more I look in this stuff. This is annoying. Okay, then we go back to the controller. And we comment this bit out for now. Okay, so the movement's still wrong. I need to make it minus, not plus. But I want to see if this worked. Yeah. Okay, it worked. Up, so up, down, right, left. There you go, infinite mode. In the most fucking... I don't like this because this makes me... Oh, I need to also apply... I need to make an object class. Or a... Basically everything that's... not the player. Yes, cat, what do you want? Do you want back into the blanket? There you go. Okay, oh. Okay, I mean, for now, I will just make an OXP one. Oops. Okay, that actually feels quite nice to have done. There's a couple of parts of this that I'll want to tweak and clean up in the future. Namely, the fact that, like, at the moment, this is a very shitty background, because this is where I actually point out I had a tiling... Oops. Does that work? Sorry, I had it as and I think that fucked it. Yeah, no, it just fucks it in general. Okay. I need to have these separate. So I can actually make the room substantially smaller if I wish. I'm probably not going to. So now I need to try and kill something at distance so I can leave the XP behind. And the XP's fine, cool. Oy, oy, oy. Okay. Well, there we go. We've got infinite room done, which is a huge deal. It's actually one of the biggest things that's been holding me back on being happy with this. So we might do a little bit of weapon cleanup then. Do we do weapon cleanup? So I've got two more things on my list that are important to get done, like overarching goals, for not per se today, but just like maybe this week, I guess, is a bunch of weapon cleanup and getting some the remaining weapons that I have there working, and boss mechanic implementation. I do not know how I'm going to handle a lot of the boss stuff. That's going to be a lot of trial and error and playing with a lot of things. Because I made... No, I haven't made a boss boss parent. I need to make a boss parent and a normal enemy parent at some point. I do hope, by the way, that like, while I'm not being very vocal about all this stuff, if there is any questions that people have on the stuff that I'm doing, I will happily answer them if I can. Sorry, right, there we go. But yeah, like, it's because, so I do want to comment on some things, and I think I've talked about them in other streams more than anything. Can I close that? So, again, I'm doing this as a passion project, a fan-based project that I'm doing. This is not for any monetary gain. There is just straight up none. For legal reasons, as well as just because this is a, call it what you will, I call it a bit of a experiment and a portfolio padding. I love doing this. This is fun. I'm really enjoying this. It looks like I'm stressed out like no end, right? But I really do enjoy working on this and seeing the progress I'm making. I feel very satisfied. Like today with the infinite map generation now, I feel very happy that I've managed to accomplish that. However, it doesn't stop the fact that, yeah, no, like, it's, I can't make money off this. I don't intend to ever make money off this. And I've seen a couple of, so one of the comments that slightly irked me, and I mean this with no disrespect to the individual, but it's just like, oh, well, why don't you mod holocure? Because it's clearly what you're kind of doing. It's like, no. What I'm doing is different to what holocure is doing. We're both following the same vein, but like we both came from the same origins, in a sense. And that's the biggest difference, the biggest problem with that argument. So what I mean by that, from what I can tell, the developers for holocure are VTuber fans, specifically Hololive, and are like Vampire Survivor game fans. Like they've played a few of them. I've talked about this before, specifically this bit I'm about to say, but like I loved the idea of making a Vampire Survivors game the moment I played Vampire Survivors. I just never had the drive or the dedication or the direction that I needed for it. Because, like, who wants to see another fantasy one? Like, you need to have something that's a charm or a mechanic to set it aside. It's because if I was to work on it, I'd be doing it for monetary purposes. Probably only, like, sell it for $1 or $2, kind of like Vampire Survivor. Where's that fucking defocused again? There we go. But yeah, that's why, like, I never really had that thing. When I found holocure, I was like, you know what? I would love to see a game like this, like Vampire Survivors, but with a diverse range of VTubers, not locked in and stuff like that. And I have a bunch of VTubers I'm passionate about. I mean, the fact is that, all of these characters here are just like immediate ones that pop to my head, right? So again, do not take it as me saying like I do not like any other VTubers. I have a lot of other VTubers I'd love to add to this list, but I just feasibly can't right now. Like already there's so many in here that haven't been done. Right, like, of the independent ones, there's 3. Of the Hololive, there's 3. And of Idle EN, there's 1 there, right? And yeah, no, there's a reason why there's a disclaimer up here basically saying, if you don't see a VTuber here, that doesn't mean I think bad of them. The ones here are just the ones I'm immediately passionate about and want to make, even if they're popular or not. It just happens to be a few of them that are popular because they're fun. God damn, there's actually a lot of these I can tick. Wow. Kind of can tick this one. There's a few pieces of code I do need to still clean up. Can more or less tick that one, more or less tick that one, and more or less tick that one. I'm actually gonna do that. Make myself feel better. So there is a lot more to do though. Like, this entire project is going to be an ongoing struggle, and I do think that, again, I can probably release something in a couple of months' time, maybe, of a playable state, but I do not think that before the end of the year, I will have it in a nice, polished state. I mean, I'm a solo dev. What the fuck do you expect? Once uni's finished, I'll have a lot more time to dedicate. I will be dedicating it primarily on working on this. Right, and I'll have, unlike before when it was pretty slow progress, when I did have that kind of time, I have a lot more, I've warmed into my skills again, and I have a lot more, a lot more available knowledge as to fixing a lot of these issues. I mean, like this one, this would have probably taken me like a week to implement, and you saw me implement it in the space of about an hour with a bunch of troubleshoots and such. Okay, so by the way, with like EXP and stuff like that, I've already got an idea in my head of what I'll do. Which is I'll make a drops parent object. The reason why I say that is because there will be meta currency as well, surprisingly enough. What should I call them? Fucking V-Bucks. Oh Christ, no. Okay, I'm gonna go do some weapon cleanup. So currently we're working on /fic. So I'm going to characters, play a character. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. Okay. So I expect this to crash the game. Bloody hell. Alright, so I believe attack details in this situation is the piece of art, right? Yeah, it's the sprite. Is it correct? Yeah. Okay, so set this to time source. Seconds. Okay, you know, it's instances straight, right? Right, time source, start. T timed life. Whoops. Okay. Let's see if that fixed one of the crashes. No. So why is it crashing? It's a very interesting question. Is it not? If I do that, let's see what happens. No, it's not that. Okay, so it's something in the create. Is it this one? Okay. Is it this part of it? Sorry, I'm just kind of like going through a bunch of stuff in my head. Okay. So I've isolated that. For some reason, this instance create layer is not working. Oh, fucking I'm stupid. Yeah. I wonder why it's not working. Maybe it's because you didn't fill it out, you dumbass. I just like that because that was basically just, yeah, so that was a coding error that I just didn't see. But it wasn't telling me that it was a coding error. I guess if I was running in debug, it would have told me. Alright, here we go. Finally, we're getting some error reports. Viewed attack details not set before reading it. Oh, it's because it's not a fucking temp variable, is it? Yeah, I need to make attack details a temp variable. Try that. Damage not set. Yeah, same argument. Yeah. Wait, what? Fuck. What? Yeah, okay, I fucked that. Yeah. I'm an idiot, that's why. Don't mind me. DMG didn't exist. not quite right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I had for it. Why is it the button? Unless, is it the defaults, right? Okay. Okay. I think I see what might have happened. Wrong one. So this is something I should have been using, by the way, this entire time, and I just didn't feel comfortable with it. So it's spawning the correct object, it's just not spawning it with the fucking correct splash. I mean, to be fair, I could just not have the splash. Because the simple argument I could have yeah, no, I think I should remove it. And just make the sprite. This. Also, the reason why the thing isn't moving is because I'm no longer moving. So that's why I need to make like some universal movement object things. Oh, damn. What the fuck? I want to test if that happens on any other character, because that was really bad. To be fair, I haven't been playing it for a long period of time at each thing, so. I need to find out if that was an abnormality to do with the weapon, or if I fucked something and some of my things are not working. Oh yeah, I gotta fix that, eh? Okay then. That's actually an easy fix because let's just go here. Damn, done. So now I can't move, we'll pause. So yeah, it seemed like that was a memory leak that I've made somehow. Somehow. Yes, I can't move around anymore. Okay. Might be to do with this. It's because it did kind of start to happen after I started hitting enemies, right? So have I actually done the stun status effect? I'm not pulling the right status effect. I'm pretty sure I'm pulling 0 right now. Whatever. What I think I want to do is I'm going to actually fuck with the size of this a little bit. Because the sprite's fucking trash. Should double it. To be fair, it's a test particle effect, so don't expect it to be amazing. Yeah, now it's chugging all of a sudden. I'm doing cleanup, right? Yeah, it should be instance destroy. I don't think this is triggering correctly. It seems like it works sometimes and doesn't others. I mean, one thing I do need to do... Let's test out this now. I think I need to have a... So I need to see if it even procs. Which so far is looking like it doesn't. Yeah, no, odds aren't that fucking weird. Okay. Is it not set? Not set before reading? Yep. Oh, friends are playing Baldur's Gate 3. I fucking would love to play that game. It sounds fun. Right, attack type. I've not misspelt it, right? No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, okay, that's not right. Okay, I wonder. It's not this, is it? Shouldn't be that stupid. No. I might sort of just leave that there because still it's not transferring over attack type. Or this isn't rolling correctly. Okay, it's not transferring over at all. What have I messed up with it? I wonder. For some reason, this is overriding into 0 every time on creation. I'm not telling it to do that anywhere, am I? What if I do this? This is probably going to return an error. Why is that the case with this one weapon, where it's overriding those details? Just that one variable, if anything. Because so damage equals 0 in the create. And then if I go back to here, I just tell damage equals damage. Why is that overriding there? Is it too late in this list? Well, I can actually see the stun's working. Kind of fun. Is it because it was in the create event that it's not getting around it? I expect this to spam the thing a little bit. Am I being that stupid? Yes. Okay. Cannot have it in the create event. Understood. Okay. That makes a bit more sense now. Yeah, so by having it, okay, now I can understand what I'm about to say. Well, by having it in the create event, it meant that it just rolled off default values. You're very cuddly there, Cat. She's cuddled up into the blankets very closely. Very cute. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. By doing it this way, it means that it's implemented as I'm putting everything into the object, which means that it has the values there. Okay. The reason why I've not had issues in the past is because I handle almost everything exclusively inside of the step events. Okay. I'm sorry, Cat. I needed to stretch a little bit. Be thankful I'm not, like, getting up and stretching properly. Okay, so while this weapon's not completed, it's at least now stable. And we can develop with it now. That's the important thing. There's a couple of things now I can work with, but I want to check something because I can't remember. Did I implement the thing I was thinking about? I started to. God, I need to go through all of this and actually clean it up at some point. Because I think I had a hard time with this bit. Oh, sorry. God, there's too many things in my head right now. Because, so... I think I should start working on that. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to start making some more parent objects. Like, they're just going to be empty objects, but it's just going to make my life several times easier. Right, no, I need it to be the child. And then in main... Boom. That should have cleaned up a lot of my things, and it means that I can work with that later, as I need. That also means... Is it in player controller I handle pickups? Yeah. So this basically means by doing this in the future when I add coins, for example, they'll function the same. So now the game should basically look like how it did before, except with an infinite room. Like fully. Like numbers are at the same location, yada yada yada. Yeah, but it's some balanced gameplay there, isn't it? Okay. Ah! That's what happened. Okay. That's fine. That technically means things are actually working. If you're wondering, that's the boss dying and sends you back to the main menu. I implemented that with the game over changes that I did recently, so it actually works. Because I constantly got complaints. Complaints aren't the right wording. I kept getting asked by like the people that were testing the game, like, why does the game crash when I die? It's like, technically it doesn't. It just forcefully pauses, and it doesn't have systems to clean up and get you to the next location. Now it does, but it does it very jarringly, so I will fix that. I think there's... There's one thing I'd like to work on, and I'm trying to think if I should do it or not, because it's difficult. So there is one thing I still need to clean up that's like an overarching problem for a long time. And that problem is the pause menu. The pause menu needs to be replaced with a new menu system that I have. However, I'm being lazy, and at the moment it's not urgent, and second of all, the moment I do that, I'm basically just copying pasting the menu stuff, but changing the play to resume and exit to menu. That is the difference, which means that the fact that the options at the moment don't currently work kind of is a problem. It just means that like later down the line when I do actually, if I do that now, it just means that like later down the line, I just have to copy and paste it over to the other one. The options is going to be quite intense, because I have a couple of things that I want to actually do, right? So there's one bit of stuff that I'm going to have to, it's going to be annoying. Because of, was it GDPR? I have to make a little statement, because I want to actually pull data, not about the user per se, but like character data and like play usage, item usage and stuff like that, data from people. Because of the GDPR, I have to make it so you can opt out of that, which is fair. Like, I'm not saying you have to do it. It would just be kind of one of those things of like, hey, you want to help me out by showing me like what's popular, what's not popular, and things like that, so I can look over things and go like, is it because it doesn't feel mechanically good? Because there's only so many ways to get that sort of information, and I don't, if per se this game got played by streamers, I don't want to per se just rely on what they say, because I wouldn't even listen to all the things I say. Streamers are hyperbolic and try and make as much interesting content as they can. They're there to entertain their audience. So they'll say something, this is broken, when it's just, it's good, or they hit the nuts. It happens. It's not broken, it's just good. Well done. You've not played like shit for once. But like, it is a true thing, and like most top-end streamers would agree with the statement, is that like that is the point, is you're trying to dramatize and excess it, and make things hyperbolic in a sense to make them interesting. Things sometimes, a streamer is an entertainer, right? So basically the short answer is, if you're a game dev, do not listen to just streamers, for God's sakes. That's why I'm like, I would like to get statistical data if I could, which that's probably going to end up costing me money, because I'll have to do a server host for that, I believe, to pull out the data. Again, the data would strictly be like what characters you use, what are like the most, so I can figure out what most popular character is, what most popular weapons there are, and so on and so forth. If certain mechanics are getting used or not. So I know if like one is weaker than another, or one is too strong. Because a smart developer uses their own bias, statistical data, and player feedback, like feeling basically, to balance around. I don't care too much about balance as long as you have fun. It's not the end of the world if like the game's slightly tuned to the player, if that's fun. If that's not fun, if it's like, well, I can guarantee winning every time without even trying, it's like, that's a little much. I don't know if I agree with that. Right? Like, the point of this sort of game type, in my perspective, mind you, is that it is supposed to be challenging. It's supposed to be a challenge to try and beat the game. It's not supposed to be a guarantee. I mean, holocure does an interesting job of making it so beating the game isn't the difficult part, the endless run is, and seeing how far you can get with that. Then they implemented the timed challenge, which was a good answer to that stuff as well. And I actually really love that they did that. That's like cool, giving different options to play. But yeah, see, like at the moment, yeah, so when the Dull Hunt's destroyed, just fucking AO yeet, game's over. Okay, I'll probably make a constructor array for the enemies at some point, to make these like numbers easier to find. What's this one? Ah, yeah, the remove enemy overlap. Okay. So, make a finite state machine. It's tempting. Sorry, I'm looking at, so I am gonna have a quick squiz into what would be needed to, what would be needing to be done for the boss. So, I think I've got written somewhere the kind of attacks that I was thinking of with him. So, I have 3 main attacks. Let's get a paint tool to draw these. Give them a bit more reasonable understanding to you guys. So, first attack is just a slash in front of them, right? So they'll be standing here. If the player is like within this area of them, they will slash in their general direction after a small wind up. So like tick, tick, slash. Not moving, just they'll stand directly still here. Alright, so that's the first one. Then periodically, if they're outside of a specific range, say there, then they will stand still and fire homing projectiles. Basically, they'll fire enemies that will trail to the player at a kind of slightly fast speed, can't be damaged, but when they get close to the player, say, they will then trigger a detonate thing, so they will tick for a few seconds and then explode in an area. And then the final one is that periodically, if the player is in the attack field range. So say this range, just kind of giving a rough idea. If they're within the this range of the boss, which is supposed to be in the center here. So if they're here, trigger an AoE this large, and it will be a wind up that will fire, that basically will show a big red area on the ground, and then it will fire out a damage thing that's expanding from them. Okay, those drawings are really fucking terrible. But I hope you kind of get the idea of what I'm going for with them. No, I'm not saving that. So there is a couple of things that I'll need to do. Now, excluding the fact that I will need art assets for this, right? Because I'll need art assets for this. So I'm gonna have to make 3 time sources. Oh, jeez. 3 time sources at least. Which is the cooldowns. All right. Cooldown slash, cooldown, fire, projectile, shockwave. All right. Then we will probably have yeah, okay. Then we'll have the triggered ones. Now, I could do this in alarms and stuff like that. I want to stress that as a personal preference. I just prefer using time sources because I have a lot more... It feels like I have a lot more manual control over them. Now, I want to stress there's no way in hell I'm getting all of this done today. No, it's just not happening. I can set up, but we're going to be working on this again later. I'm not gonna lie, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna throw this idea out there while I've been thinking. Because I know that this stream's gonna get more viewership than a lot of the other ones I do, because the programming streams have been doing really, really well, and I've already seen the numbers be quite nice today. So, say we will. If you're interested in supporting me, would you like me to introduce something like a Patreon? Because I'm gonna be honest, I could use the money. That's not me being greedy, that's me trying to think how to eat. Right? Like, I need to move, I need to afford to live, and I need my money for Kafka. No. But I'm just interested to see if people would be willing. Again, I want to stress, if I do the Patreon, there's going to be no advantages towards like the game dev or any advantages in any of the projects I'm giving at this stage. It would just purely be like, hey, do you want to support me? Because YouTube isn't there yet, and I don't really like the idea of doing Patreon, but like, I mean, I've talked about this before. If I get to the point with monetization with YouTube, sorry, I'm reading a lot right now as well. If I get to the point with monetization on YouTube, like the membership and stuff, that's going to be literally the lowest cost it can be, all right? Which should be like $1 US or something like that. Like it's going to be just $1, right? Cheapest shit. That is how I see it. That's how I intend to do it, because I don't... If you want to do it, sure, then you help and support. It's going to probably not give you any much in the way of benefits either. So, that is your will. But yeah, no, it's just a thought. If people are interested, let me know. Because again, like, there's a lot going on, and I wouldn't mind just actually having a stable or slightly more income to stabilize myself. Okay. So how are we gonna... So the cooldowns are really easy. That's just fucking cooldowns, right? So like the trigger will trigger, and then once the trigger is triggered, the cooldown will activate, and it means that the Dullahan cannot do that maneuver until the cooldown is active again. The slash cooldown will probably be quite short. It will just be long enough that like it'll obviously take into account ability to move back to the character. So let's start actually writing these up. So get the parent. For period of time, what do we think for slash? Like 3 seconds? So I do need to make 3 booleans. Boom. So it's pretty much that. All right. So the projectile one, let's give it, since it's requiring a bit of distance, let's give it like 10 seconds for now. Right. I'm sure I'll tweak these times again later down the line, because these times are probably going to be off. And then this one needs to be something like 25 seconds by comparison. We'll make this 1.5 seconds for the moment. And for now, we'll just make this, put it on its cooldown. All right. Whoops. That's not what I intended. Jesus Christ. Okay. Accidentally touched something that I shouldn't have. I don't want him sitting there for long before he fires the projectiles, because the projectiles themselves are going to be like the point of the projectile attack. All right, I think that's fair. Now this one is going to be something like 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Give the player enough time to get out. What do we think? This cat is just fucking dead to the world at this point. I'm dancing and she's just fucking sleeping. Love it. Okay, so this is kind of the general, like, shitty gist of what we wanted. I hope this kind of gives it a bit of an idea, at least, of what I'm working on. I'm going to clean this up a lot more and, like, segment it out so we can actually see it properly. As an example. That's what I'll probably do. This makes it a lot more manageable. no, I wouldn't say manageable, just readable. Sorry. Because again, I will stress at the end of the day is the thing that I'm learning the most at the moment with programming is readability. Readable code is easier to manage code. That's actually a good point. I didn't add a thing to these. It's not essential, but it's still good practice. This means that when I come back to it later, potentially doesn't have a issue that I don't notice. Because I assume that I did things well before. The downfall of most programmers is their own hubris. So I think they did something correctly, and then I can't tell that they didn't. And don't get me wrong, I'm not even saying this is going to be how I definitely have all of my code written by the end of it. I might go through a few more iterations of style, but for now the important thing is I can read this easier. Right? Sure, it's longer and I have to scroll more diddums. Okay. But you know, I think at this point in time, once this boss thing is done, and sounds are added, which that's a weekend project that I can't wait to actually can get into at this point. And then just like a couple more weapons and items done, I can actually probably say that this would be in a state that I'd be happy, like completely happy to release publicly for testing. So fucking if you're interested in like say a month or two's time, let me know over on Twitter. I'd say is probably the best bet, and I'll see what I can do. Because I want to stress, right, at this point in time, of the things that I have left, so the in-map bounties and run difficulties, that stuff's kind of like weekend projects. Like I can get it done, like it would be a bit of asset creation, a bit of work like that, but then external to that, it's actually pretty easy. Settings, actually working and saving, that's again another weekend project that's actually relatively easy to implement. Settings and stuff, like I know how to do that. I've done it before. I'll find a more efficient way than I currently have, but you know. Meta progression's something that's going to take a bit more time. However, once I get the settings saving and stuff like that, it's probably actually not much more difficult. Do another cleanup. I want to potentially add 2 more bosses as well, so I'll try and start doing the assets for that stuff, as well as the god, I have so many fucking assets I need to make. This is the actual weakness of this game, is its asset creation time. Do you have any idea how much time goes into these assets? And if someone fucking says just go get someone else's, fuck you. That's not the point of this. The point of this project is for me to be doing this. I want to be able to come out the other side and say, hey, look what I did. Alright, I already have to put the fucking disclaimer at the beginning of all of this, that, like, I don't own the intellectual properties of the, each of the idols, right? They're to their respective, persons and industries. Persons and corporations. Right? I don't make claim for that, but I do make claim for the fucking work that I put in. To be fair, though, a friend of mine has helped me a lot with coding and a lot with some of the baseline programming that's been done in this. That's still, like, there, and to be fair, needs to be cleaned up by both of our opinion. So yeah, now at this point in time, the implementation of the attacks would actually be... The triggers are easy, okay? I just want to stress that. Like, the triggers should be relatively easy because it would just be figuring out range and stuff like that, which is just make an invisible collision circle. And since I'm only detecting for one object, I'm fine. All right? But you know, so since I'm detecting for that stuff, it should be relatively easy. I'm going through a lot of thoughts in my head. This is the problem with the programming side of this stuff, is because I'm doing the design side of it as well at the same time, which is not a good idea. Don't do that, kids. Design your games first. All right. Okay, I'm gonna write some notes here. Okay, and then... Okay. There we go. I've got some brief notes to remind myself of what the attacks are. At least conceptually. Yes, by the way, this is something that I need to learn to do better, is these sort of, like, things. Because, like, now I have a good idea, I can refer back to it, and it's easier to figure it out. Okay. I don't think I really want to tackle anything substantial at this stage, because we've actually done quite a lot of work today. Now there is one fear I have, right? And I need to try and get the weapon to see if it is the case. But it's a couple of weapons I need to test, so I need to try and get weapons. I could just force level up, I guess. So that's one that I might consider it with. I'm gonna accidentally one-shot the boss here. Okay, give me a second. I need to change when the boss gets spawned. It's in here, right? Boss ain't going to spawn today. So if you're wondering what I'm thinking about, the problem is, so you don't really notice it at this stage because it's not anything to notice. I'll need Satanic Resistance as well, but I want the XP more. So how's that one's gonna work fine? Yeah, that's not surprising because that's again kind of like this weapon. I'll get this first. Again, getting the more XP at this stage. If I see a Satanic Resistance, I might also pick that up still though. I think I need the healing zone. Yeah. Yep, there we go. See what happened to the feathers? They stay in position because, well, why wouldn't they? They're told to stay still. I have an idea, a couple of ideas of how to get around this problem. But I wanna just double check all of them are like that, because I'm pretty sure they are. So gushing is probably the biggest one that I need to test, because that's going to be the one that's the most noticeable. So you might wonder why some of these weapons are fine and some aren't. That's because most of these are actually, like these two weapons, the Demon Umbrella and the Iron Mike, they are locked to the player anyway. So you're not going to notice the fact that they're not moving. Multiholic. I need to actually fix a lot about Multiholic still. Why am I not seeing gushing? God, am I that unlucky? Alright, well, I don't need to see it. We know. Okay, so we're thinking a non-feather, goop, and gusher need this effect. Those are the sprites. I need the objects. So it's in here that a lot of this is happening. Okay, so it's it would be No, that's not right. Yeah, fucking GF. No, G. That one. It should be as simple as this. I'm gonna just... We're gonna force get the, anonymous feather. Yep. Worked. Okay. Should be good to go then. So now it should move relative to the movement as well. This is why I really wanted them as globals. It's because I knew there was a lot of ways I was going to have to use them in the end. So if I force get... That's one. That's another one. Yeah, some stuff about the feathers are gonna have to be changed. Because it seems like they're not quite liking the distance. Like if I'm standing still, they're perfectly fine. Oh, hello. It's probably some oversight by my end. Alright, good lord, the sun is up. You can tell, can't you? Alright, we're gonna have to call it there though, because we're at the marker of 8:30. Sorry. But we got a good bit of progress done. We've got a lot more cleanup that we need to do next time, or over the time I have. I'm going to try and sneak in some art asset creation time, but don't hold your breath. If I can, that'll be awesome, and we can have some stuff to work with next time. Though, to be fair, at this point in time, most of the stuff that I'll be making assets for are like running animations and just general animations. So nothing to write home about. It would just basically be filling in gaps at this point. There's a couple of ones that I'll still need to do. I mean, like one example is the creative slash fiction. I still need to finish off Sakura Storm as well, and then I also need to finish going through and doing the art assets for all of the weapons for the other characters that are currently in the game. Because again, that's actually probably the other thing I'll mention. I will not release this until I have guaranteed made at least one ability and one item per character that's currently in. And it will be their signature one. It won't be like, because Gushing Blowhole is not supposed to be like Gura's, for example, if you might think. That one's supposed to be Shy Lily's. But I've not designed Shy Lily yet. I just designed that weapon because I was super passionate about designing it. And it still needs a lot of work. There's a couple of things about it that I still want to change, but that's unsurprising. I'm always going to want to improve and change things. Take it as you will. So, with that all being the case though, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, consider leaving a like or a comment on the video. It'd be very much appreciated. Helps the video out a lot. Please let me know if you do want to support me in any other way. I'm meaning this in like a non-greedy fashion. Again, it's just like, if I had more money, then I would have less stress and I would be able to focus a bit more. So I want to see if people would be willing to support, not asking you to support, like, sort of thing. It's all about willingness. Now, on top of that, yeah, follow me over on Twitter. I've not got anything to post there at the moment that's like RDS related. There will probably be some stuff coming up. I might do a big dump of like weapons and stuff. Oh, GeForce driver is updating. Okay, I best finish up then soon. Right. I don't. I want to address Star Rail, right? I do want to play more of it on the channel. However, I just don't feel like there's enough content at a given time for me to stream it. And with Kafka coming out, I will be just like pulling for her constantly. So kind of a difficult thing of like, do I stream that? Do I not? I'm gonna be honest. When Kafka is available, I'm going to be pulling her later today. That's just how it is. I've already put a lot of resources in, and I plan on putting a bit more money aside. Not to put myself in a disadvantaged position, but like, come on, I need something to keep me going. There's not much else that I buy to make myself feel better at the moment. So, that's, I think, it. Let me know if you have a character or something like that that you would like to see, because I would like to see if there's one that I have missed that would be very, very popular or interesting for people. Or if you'd like me to go into more detail about what I am actually doing with the programming, I could do some tutorial series if that's interesting. But I think that's it for today. So again, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. You're awesome. Stay awesome. And I hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.